You know, I am all good with Luke Cage getting his coffee and espresso, but when Mariah and Shades do it...
You mock me.
Welcome back, guys. I finally watched season 2 of Luke Cage. I actually finished it a couple of days ago. I just haven't had time to get back on the camera because I'm still kind of recovering from my trip to Orlando. I am going to be talking about some spoilers. I'm going to try to keep it to a minimum. I'm not sure what I'm going to get out of it, but I am going to, like I said, give some spoilers. So I'm going to give you a warning because I have to talk about some of the spoilers. Obviously, I'm going to try to keep the major ones to a minimum. So even though you haven't seen it, you can still go check it out. So season 2 of Luke Cage is all about the Jamaican. Love it. Why? Because Jamaican music is in it now and it's freaking awesome. One of the craziest things and best things about Luke Cage from season 1 itself is his soundtrack. The music that they play at Harlem's Paradise is freaking awesome and off the chain. It makes me want to like legit play that on my car on my way to work because it's so good. Anyway, Luke Cage season 2 is about Mariah and then another character called Bushmaster, which I will get into in a little bit. But Mariah is trying to take over Harlem. She's trying to do all these gun deals. She's trying to get more money. She's trying to like get some payback for what they did to her family. She calls herself Dillard, not Stokes. And now we have Bushmaster introduced who was done dirty by Mariah's family. He's come back to take Harlem back, his birthright basically. That's what he calls it. But Bushmaster is freaking awesome. And I wouldn't call him a villain because there are times where I kind of root for him. And honestly, I would be okay with him killing Mariah because Mariah in season 1 was evil. In season 2, Mariah is the freaking devil. I mean, episode 10 itself, it's like, what the hell? I'm not gonna get into it, but it's basically the restaurant scene. Pretty sure you guys know which one I'm talking about, but it's just brutal and it's like, holy shit, that just happened. I haven't said anything about Luke Cage. Luke Cage, obviously this is his show, but I feel like it's more of a Mariah and Shades / Bushmaster than kind of Luke Cage, because Luke Cage in this season, he's trying to battle with his anger. You know, he has Claire supporting him kinda. He has his father who's there too, but at the same time, he's having a hard time controlling his anger. He's getting super mad at Claire. He's kind of losing his shit. Claire kind of leaves him. She leaves him like a few episodes into the season, which kind of sucks because I am so used to having Claire there kind of like helping, you know, patch him up or patch other heroes up on other Marvel shows like Daredevil, Iron Fist, The Punisher, and Jessica Jones. But the fact that she leaves like halfway through the season, it's like, oh, okay. Her presence is kind of missed. Well, to me, I kind of missed her throughout the season because I was so used to seeing her kind of team up with Misty or even with Colin. If anything, you can kind of blame Jane the Virgin because she does show up in Jane the Virgin. She plays this detective named JR. So I feel like maybe that's why she's not in it in this season. But that's just what I think. I haven't really done the research. Now, one of the funniest things and things that doesn't really work for me in Luke Cage season 2 is kind of like the script. I feel like I should be used to it because of season 1. Because to me, a lot of his lines, especially when he's being super serious, they just come off as cheesy and hilarious. But in season 2, I feel like they overdid it. Like there were times where I'm like, okay, I mean, you know, you're trying to be serious, but I just can't take you serious because you're supposed to look threatening to somebody, but you don't when you say those things that are coming out of your mouth. But what I do like is that Luke Cage is more powerful than he was in season 1, but at the same time, Bushmaster can still beat the hell out of him because Luke Cage knows that he's a shit. He knows that he's bulletproof and all those things, but that kind of catches him off guard because he gets a little bit too cocky and then out of nowhere, Bushmaster sets him straight because he's like, dude, I'm gonna take this nightshade and whoop your ass. And he does a couple of times. But then I have my issue with that with Bushmaster because Bushmaster a lot of the time says that he needs Mariah and Luke Cage gone from Harlem because if they are still there, Harlem doesn't really belong to him. And there are a couple times where Bushmaster beats Luke Cage. I mean, he might cheat a little bit, but he beats him. And I'm like, okay, why haven't you killed him? Like, you know, it's like he's kind of trying to send a message to Luke Cage, but at the same time, like, don't you want him dead? Like, this will finish him off. He kind of tries to kill him off at one point, but I'm like, okay, like, he's not gonna die. Like, to me, that was like the worst cliffhanger in the season. It's kind of where he kind of pushes him into the water, and it's like, he's gonna be okay. It's one of those things where like, he's gonna be fine. Now, Shades and Mariah are a great team up. Like I said, Mariah's character is evil, fierce, and she, at the same time, she's awesome. Like, she totally owns this character. Like, I love that about Mariah. Shades too. Like, Shades, I love this character as well. So I'm very interested to see what happens with his character in the next season, especially because we get a huge reveal about him, building up with a different character. I don't want to name him because I feel like it's gonna give it away, but they reveal something about his past, and it's like, oh wow, I was not expecting that because he looks tough. He always talks tough. He always has his clean suits on, and then when they reveal that, it's like, holy shit, he has a softer side to him. So that was pretty cool to see. But seriously, what is up with all the groping with Shades and Mariah? It got hilarious to one point. I mean, every time that happened, I was like, oh my god, like, they need a room. They legit need to like fornicate like every scene. It just ridiculous. They do hint a little bit at the Hero for Hire stuff. Misty lost her arm, if you guys weren't aware, so she kind of gets help. She gets this mechanical arm from Rand, so Iron Fist gets involved in one episode, but it was kind of a bummer because they built it up to like making it seem like Iron Fist was going to be in the remainder of the season helping him, because he talks so much about like, you know, helping him, not letting him do things on his own. But then episode 11 rolls around and it's like, oh, where did Iron Fist go? I guess that was it. But it was pretty cool because I'm probably gonna get hate for this, but I didn't enjoy Iron Fist as much as other people did. But this episode, Iron Fist does what Iron Fist should have been doing in the first season of Iron Fist, which is kicking ass. And I like how they team up. They even have like a combo move between the two, which I thought was pretty dope. I really like that, but at the same time, it's kind of a bummer that he was only in it for one episode. The cool thing about this season of Luke Cage was that they did fix a lot of the problem. We have one main villain, or I guess in this case kind of two, which is Mariah and Bushmaster, because in the last season they had Cottonmouth, but they killed him off, and Cottonmouth was the best thing about that season for me because when Diamondback came in, I was like, okay, who the hell is this guy? Like, bring back Cottonmouth. So in this season they do a good job in containing the villains because we have Mariah and we have Bushmaster. Bushmaster, like I said, he's badass, he's kick-ass, he whoops some ass. Mariah, on the other hand, she's just evil. She's just pure evil. She just wants to get her way. And at the same time, we get the inclusion of her daughter. She joins in, and I feel like she's probably the weaker part of the season. Not saying that she was a bad actor or anything like that, but I feel like her arc kind of switches off at the very end, trying to like make it seem like she's turning into Mariah, and I'm just like, I don't know, like her character throughout the entire season didn't come off to me like that, and they kind of like switch her at the very end to where she looks like she's turning evil. The ending of the season though, it's pretty good. It's really good. I think I enjoyed it way more than the last season. I think that there's gonna be a lot of interesting things coming to season 3 of Luke Cage, or maybe even in the next Defenders, or maybe something else is gonna happen with Jessica Jones or Daredevil, because the way that things end was pretty crazy. I was not expecting for Luke Cage to receive the stuff that he got. I was just like, oh, okay, that is crazy that he's getting that. I really want to spoil it for you guys, but I'm basically, let's just say I'm talking about Harlem's Paradise, and that's where I'm gonna leave it. But the ending itself is great because a lot of characters switch and kind of turn on each other. A lot of them, you know, I would say don't make it to the end. I like that this season did that. Now, although some of the stuff and how it leads to it is not that surprising, and it kind of, you know, it was kind of predictable of how, because of how things rolled up, but that's just a personal thing, you know. Bushmaster, for some reason, you know, he played a big role up until the very end, and then he kind of just like falls off and disappears because he keeps trying to blow himself up because he's trying to get away from these situations. But at the same time, I like that we don't get to see a whole lot of Bushmaster at the very end, because that means we'll get to see him other seasons. But in the end, guys, that's all I really have to say about Luke Cage season 2. It was good. It was really good. I would say it's more contained. The season 1 for me, the first half was just amazing. Second half, not so much. It kind of fell off the horse for me because of Diamondback. And with this one, everybody owned their characters, whether it's Mariah, Shades, Luke Cage, Bushmaster. I loved it. I love the Jamaican accent. I love the music, especially the music, guys. The only thing for me is that the beginning kind of started off a little bit slow because they're still trying to like battle with the whole thing, you know, of Luke Cage. He's trying to like defend Mariah. He's trying to defend Bushmaster. He's trying to protect Mariah's daughter. Like, he's just trying to protect everybody at the same time. So it's like Luke Cage wants to protect everybody, including the villain, and sometimes that kind of clashes with his morals. So it's just like make up your mind, Luke. Like, do you want her behind bars? Like, you know, like there has to be something else you can do. So if I missed something, let me know in the comments. I'm pretty sure I did because I did not script this review at all. I'm just going off the top of my head. But anyways, I'm gonna give Luke Cage season 2 a 4 out of 5. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Make sure to leave a comment. Let me know what you guys thought about the season. Also, make sure to give this video a like, share it, subscribe to my channel, and as always, guys, stay tuned.